Hey friends, it is good to see you today. Well, I don't really see you, but you know what I mean. It's April 12th, and I'm happy to be on Read Through the Word with you today. Hope that you are doing really, really well. So, endless warring. Did you notice? I don't know, this just stuck out to me today. Well, let's just go to the key verse. The Israelites fought constantly with the Philistines throughout Saul's lifetime. That's our key verse. So I highlighted that in my Bible. And then as I was preparing for our lesson today and just reading through again today's reading, we see continued war with Philistia. And then we see Israel defeats the Philistines in 14, 1 Samuel 14. Then we see at the end of chapter 14 that they fought constantly with the Philistines throughout Paul's life. Oh my goodness. I thought, wow. Okay, Lord, help me think of why are they fighting with the Philistines and who are the Philistines? So I put a link there just to kind of refresh our memory. Maybe everyone else's memory is doing okay besides mine. But I put a link there just for you and I both to refresh our memory of the origination of the Philistine nation. Where did they come from? Why are we Israelites, constantly fighting them? Why are they never defeated? They eventually will be defeated, but why are they continuing to be a thorn in the side of God's people? Check that link out. It will answer all of those questions. In fact, maybe even click on that link. Maybe even at pause and click on that link now. Well, you just do what you need to do. Anyways, so because of the continuing battle of the Philistines and God's people, I thought, gosh, they've got to be tired of fighting the same old enemy. And I thought, the Lord just reminded me, yeah, you're fighting the same enemy too. Right? We fight the same enemy that desires the same outcome, our destruction. And he's endless. He's relentless. He will not let up until Jesus comes back and stops him. He will not stop on his own. So what I wanted us to think about today is this idea of endless war. Yes, endless battle. We are going to be in endless battle until we are taken home, either through death, through our physical death, and our soul departs from here and goes to heaven with God, or he comes to get us and we're part of the church and we're taken up. So either way, no matter when that time is, we are going to be in battle. Oh goodness. Let's see. Did I put that link there? I did not. Okay. We are going to be in battle. We are going to be in battle with the enemy's attempt to, oh gosh, how did I word this? To damage our witness, to dismantle our homes, and boy, is he really working overtime on our homes. Destroy our confident faith. In other words, make us doubt God and diminish our resolve. In other words, weaken us to the point where we're like, whatever. We have that enemy. And what Satan does is he plays on our patterns of our life, and he plays on the weaknesses of our life. He watches what we do. He watches when we spiritually fail, when we morally fail, and he tracks those failures or those shortcomings, those sins, and he works overtime to orchestrate things in our life to continue to make us continue down whatever path that particular sin or shortcoming may have led us. That's what he does. He manipulates things around us to make us go a certain path away from God. Again, to damage our witness, dismantle our homes, destroy our confident faith, and diminish our resolve. That is his goal. He cannot steal our salvation. He cannot take it away. We are sealed. We are blood bought. We are sealed with the Holy Spirit. He cannot possess us. He cannot steal our salvation. We are bound for heaven once we have made that decision. He knows that, but he can do everything in his power, which he has power on a leash. I have said this before. I heard a pastor a few years ago say this, and I was like, wow, that's great. Satan is on a leash. He's under the control of Satan. God only gives him so far, will only let him go so far. So I thought it would just be a great reminder here today, just to kind of give us something to sink our teeth into today. Instead of, which I love, fingering through the Bible to try to find scriptures, to just give us a couple scriptures without us having to go to a commentary or having to go to any search engines or anything, and just pull up verses. I got us some verses here. Oh, and please make sure that you read Philippians 6 through 10 through 18 in the Complete Jewish Bible, the CJB. I love it. I love it, and you will too. So I'm not going to read all that, but it goes through our battle attire from Paul, which we are familiar with. Many are familiar with. I don't want to assume that everybody's familiar with that, but Paul gives us a uniform, a military uniform of what to wear to battle, figuratively to battle. So take that, check that out. Read that out loud. I like that Complete Jewish Bible, by the way. It's a really good translation. Okay, so we have victory. Victory is ours ultimately, because our victory will end will end up in heaven. But we do have battles here on earth where we face the enemy of this world, but also the enemy of us. We also at times are our own enemy because we still deal with that sinful nature, and we're tempted. Our flesh is tempted. Paul talks a lot about that. So here are some great verses for us that we have, just to remind us about the power that we have in us. The power is greater than he who is in the world. The power in me works most powerfully when my flesh is weak. When we are at our weakest point where we feel like I'm tapping out. Recently, I felt that way, and I had a little bit of a health scare, and I was like, Lord, after 2021, having 3 funerals, I'm tapping out of this one. I don't have it in me. I cried, I wept, I begged, I was mad at him. Why am I going through this again? I'm tapping out, and I'll tell you, supernaturally, I was able to get through a really serious health scare. Why? Because he is strongest when I'm at my weakest. It's the power in me. It has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with the power in me. The power, and notice that I put a capital P in there. The power that's in me is not a stranger to temptation. He knows all about temptation, and he knows how to gird me up. He knows how to encourage me. He knows how to help me stand firm when temptation comes my way. And the power in me has overcome everything that seeks to overtake me. There isn't anything that can overtake me that God's power in me can't help me overcome. Same with you. You can just change these to your own pronoun. Put your little personal pronouns in there and make these your battle verses. Again, I feel like our lessons here lately have just been giving us great meat for the times that we're facing right now. Ways that we can just take these verses, write them down in our little Bibles. Remember our little index? I talked about that a while back. Might even not even been this year. Your little spiral notebooks that you can write down Bible verses in and have your little mini Bible with you. Your little defense, your little sword can be right with you. Use these verses in that little mini Bible because the war is endless until he comes to end it. And we don't know when that will be. So we have to be suited up and ready every single day, yielded to the power that is in us, because greater is he who is in us than he who seeks to overtake us. We will see you next time on Read Through the Word.